can stand. It's got more people.
And Linda.
We'll go get it. No, that's fine. How about we drive for now, so we can find a stand. That's right.
It's 5:50.
Turned on his truck wash yet? And that's new. Because he had us in his son. Came in and did some
Sign that. Don't get to sign it. I can't write.
Well, just put an X and we'll witness it. All right, I've got 6 o'clock, so we'll call this meeting to order. Bill, did you have a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Motion to approve.
Second that motion.
Okay. All in favor? Okay, next thing we need to do is we have a resolution for appropriations and tax rates for the coming year. So this is resolution number 10-21-2025-1. Be it ordained, resolved by the town, Fulton Civil Town, that the expenses for the Fulton Civil Town for the year ending December 31st, 2026, the sums therein specified are hereby and appropriated and ordered set apart out of the several funds herein named for the purpose of expenditures authorized to be made during the year unless otherwise expressly stipulated and provided for by law. In addition, for the purposes of raising revenue and meeting necessary expenses, Fulton Civil Town, the property tax levies, property tax rates are herein specified, are included herein. Budget form 4B for all the funds must be completed and submitted in this matter to the Department of Local Government Finance. So, all of that. So anybody interested in our adopted budget, we will have $10,000 in our rainy day fund. Our general funds, $108,320. Local roads and streets is $5,069. Motor vehicle and highway, $26,406. Continuing education, $500. And cumulative capital is $600. So, need a motion to pass resolution number 10-21-2025-1. I'll second it. All in favor? We both need to sign this and mark it A. While Bill's finishing that up, we have Heather. Hello, Heather.
Hello, yes.
You're up.
Okay.
Excuse me.
We just have some amendments to the ordinance that I was here to present. Not all of them pertains to the town of Fulton, but a lot of them do. If you got a chance to look at the chart that I provided. The first change is currently detached additional living spaces permitted in Ag, RR, SR, R1, R3, KW, and the GC, so you guys are included in that. We've replaced it with a detached accessory dwelling unit with regulations because currently we didn't have any regulations, so anybody coming in to put detached additional living space was kind of taking advantage of it, so the definition was attached to that. So that was one change. We removed utility substations from all districts as we can no longer oversee or enforce any utility towers or stations. Solar permitting, I just added the language of permit requirements, that if anyone is in installation that meet both the city and county building codes, an electrical permit is required. Currently, 120 square foot structures or less that's portable do not require a permit. We are changing that for them to require a zoning permit so we can enforce the setbacks. And the only other one that would affect the town of Fulton is the battery energy storage systems. We added the definition into that. Tier 1 is permitted in every district, so that's just the smaller. And the Tier 2 is the commercial, which is only permitted in the highway, commercial, industrial, ag districts. So just be the Tier 1 that would affect the town of Fulton. So not a whole lot of changes for you guys with the RFQ on there.
Okay.
Should have the resolution to
I do
sign if-
have a resolution here,
No questions or-
10-21-2025-2, and it's a resolution to okay the changes that she just went over there, so. Okay, made a motion in a second. All in favor? Okay.
And I need a board member that lives in the town of Fulton if anyone's interested.
What's that?
Still need a board
I
member.
know.
Still need a board member. She's the one I'm trying to replace.
Linda, you won't be on the zoning board?
And not at this time.
Say, anybody else that lives in town? No. Adam? No, you can't.
Mrs. White can't be on it either.
I know, I'm on the vice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you're appointed to another board, but we are looking for a board member to be for the Fulton Kiwanis BZA, which they meet maybe once a year. And then the Plan Commission, which
Laura is sitting there, twist her arm.
I know, I'm waiting to be like, speak up, I'll take it. But it is a Plan Commission and a BZA, but someone has to live in the town of Fulton, so.
Yeah.
The Plan Commission, they do what we just did, what we talked about here, the amendments to the ordinance and stuff like that. And BZAs are for variances and special exceptions, which again, I'm not even sure Fulton, we've met this month or this year. Thank you. I'm not sure, but if you're interested, give me a call. Or if you know anyone that's interested. I just need one more member for the town of Fulton.
Okay, what's one announcement to let everybody know? We're now on our third town marshal in the last 6 weeks. Ed Haynes is retiring from the Rochester City Police Department, and he not retired, but left us because he's taken a job as a security guard at the hospital of Logansport and he's getting paid 3 times what we can pay him, so we can't do that. Then we had Mitch Scott, who was going to do it, and Mitch has some very serious health issues, so he's not able to do it. He has resigned, and now we have Matt Hipsher has been a deputy here, and he has accepted the job as town marshal. And currently, he is trying to recruit a deputy or 2. So currently, Matt is our only law enforcement officer, just so everyone knows. So, Lions Club people, you want to talk about the former medical building?
Sure, we've secured the deed to the property, and I gave a copy of that to Andy, so hopefully we can work out some type of a agreement between the township and the town to occupy that space. We did take a tour with Tim and with
Matt.
Matt Hipsher, And they were, I think Brian's seen it, so there's a place in there we could probably put everybody and still occupy a space for the Lions Club as well. So what we need to do at this point is just to get on board with some kind of agreement to make sure that you're occupying space, take care of the utilities and some of the other things that we verbally already had agreed to. So if we have any questions, Adam or Marshall's not here, but Brian, I think you're here to represent the utilities, and we're planning to make a space for you, as we talked about also, for your records there.
Yeah,
And then Jen, if you got some concerns and things, we need to make those aware here.
No, I would like to get the marshal's office moved in there, and you want a space, we have an extra desk that we can move over there as soon as possible, because we would like to get that old building down and gone as soon as possible.
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
Probably take a stab at drafting it. My notes from last time said Lions Club intends to hang on to the title for at least a year.
Correct.
Right? And that's still the plan?
Yes.
And this will take the form of a lease agreement. Is there any part of the space that town is not leasing? Are you going to have multiple tenants in this space?
Well, other than township, and the sewer department and Lions Club.
So the town's use of it is not exclusive? You might
No.
have other tenants? Okay.
Correct.
Is there any information, are you going to require, is the Lions Club going to require as a landlord a great amount of detail as to which town employees use it, or any uses prohibited? Are you going to say, we don't want any, fire equipment in there, we don't want any firearms in there from the marshal, or anything like that?
I hadn't really considered that. What's your thoughts, Dave or Linda?
I don't think there'd be any restrictions,
No. As far as firearms.
There possibly, maybe the gun deal, I'm not sure
Okay.
what the laws require on that.
Okay.
That'd be the only thing I could think.
Okay.
There is a sign on the front door, no guns, knives, and weapons.
And is
are
the,
allowed
what's
to go.
that, has there been discussion about remuneration or rent, or is it cost of utilities? What's the,
We wanted them to take care of utilities, because they're going to occupy that space more than we are.
okay, utilities plus a rent amount, or just for the sake of utilities and $1 a year they can save?
Right, and then the remuneration for what it cost us to initially purchase that building should be reimbursed at the end of that year. Or they can do it out on a monthly basis, however they feel most comfortable to do that.
Okay, so basically, whatever you guys paid to acquire it, costs and so forth, you want to kind of amortize that over 12 months?
I think that would be best from a budget standpoint for both the town and the township, and
Okay.
that way it wouldn't be such an amount to come out all at once.
Is that in this packet that you gave me?
No, it is not. That just is the property deed and our
Okay.
FEIN number for the Lions Club.
Do you know how much that is?
No, I don't. I do know that we initially have a $960 connection fee with Duke Energy, so.
If you want to email me a total, I can build that into the draft and just build that in as a
Yeah, I
month.
might need a month to work on that, because I really don't have
Okay.
anything for that.
Well, and I think, if we, if all this happens next month or December, or one of in that time.
Or I could just put, upon determination of those costs not to exceed X, the town will, as part of the, essentially the rent, the town will have that paid within 1 year of executing this agreement.
Well, part of the problem is that because they've been vacant, that building's been vacant for almost 5 years or more, there's really no basis for the amount of utilities, because everything was pretty much at a minimum. So, and I did receive a message from Ken Hoff that he'd already received the final bill from NIPSCO, and he was curious to know, and I told him that we'd already transferred over all the utilities to the Lions Club
So the utilities are going to remain in Lions Club's name?
for that year.
For the year, and the town is going to pay all that, or is it going to be prorated among the tenants?
I would think that they would want to discuss that as town and township to decide whether they want to do that. I would prefer that they paid them because we're not going to be in that building hardly any at all, just to get things that we may store there or maybe to sort some things out, store some things. But they're going to be in there occupying pretty much all the time, especially the marshal would be in there.
Okay, all right, I don't need to take the whole meeting, I just kind of want to get a sense.
I would say that we need to have another meeting outside of this meeting to determine between the town and the township who is going to be responsible for X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
I think that would make sense to me.
Do we have to keep possession for a year, the Lions Club?
I was told that you plan to.
Well, we plan to, but do we have to?
Is it, since we got it.
I'm not here to give advice to Lions Club. I can't answer that question.
Well,
I was gonna-
there's a legal deal that we should have to, or I guess my thought is, if we could move things forward a little faster.
My understanding is that the giver, the grantor, wants to be able to say it was a charitable gift.
Yes, yes.
And if the Lions Club became title owner for 48 hours and then gave it to a municipality, I suppose it's possible that taxing entities could question the
Well, I was
charitable
thinking
nature
the
of the
first
gift.
year, after the first year, it'd be a different year even.
Well, I think part of.
I don't do enough tax law to answer that question.
Oh, okay,
I don't know how that.
all right.
I think part of that, Wendell, was in reference to what Ken Hoff wants to use that as a tax deductible contribution, which would
Right.
fall into next year. And that's why we should probably.
Well, it'd be on this year's taxes is what I was getting at for him.
Yeah, but that's not due until after January.
Yeah, but the January 1 starts the next year, so.
Correct, but I'm talking about filing the taxes for this year, doesn't come until next
Yeah,
year.
I guess I
So
don't.
there's a time lapse there that you really need to retain that. I'm not sure that it needs to be a full year, but that typically is what most people do when they give a gift. You should at least.
Do you do business with a CPA?
Yeah,
Ask him. That is more of a tax law than a civil law.
yeah. Well, I guess that's another question back to Lions Club. Do we want to, I mean, at a separate meeting, do we want to push this along if January 1 we could change things, but,
Because I know for me, it'd be a lot cleaner if we were paying NIPSCO and Duke.
if you guys were, the
And not
township
paying-
was.
And not paying, writing checks to the Lions Club. You know what I mean?
Yes, uh-huh.
And I think some of the things that you said initially, I think the township is going to be the purchaser of the building from, or the reimburse the Lions Club, not the town. Maybe, probably. That's the way we're looking right now.
So,
The township is in better shape financially than, has access to more funds right now than the town does.
okay. So is the Lions Club going to need 2 leases, one for each of its tenants? One township lease and one town lease?
I think so, yes.
Okay, or, not to give you too many options, is the township the tenant and the town becomes the subtenant? To me.
That makes more
It
sense.
it gets a little tricky. If the utilities are in the name of landlord, fine. If the utilities are in the name of a tenant, fine, but it gets a little tricky if you have 3 tenants and all the utilities are in one tenant's name and there's no contract among the tenants. The tenants really don't have any business contracting among each other
Right.
to share those costs,
Right.
right? And so, I'll do it any way you guys want. I'm just,
Would
it's typical.
If the township initially for this first whatever period is determined, pays those bills, I lost my train of thought.
I think we just need to have an unofficial, we just need to meet outside of this and decide what is the easiest way to do
Could there just be an interagency agreement between the town and the township to let us use 2 rooms of the building?
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, if you do,
Would be the easiest.
one agreement, landlord-tenant agreement between the Lions Club and the township, and then essentially an interlocal agreement between the two governments. You can have a special meeting if two members of this board show up for that meeting. It has to be a public meeting.
Right.
Yeah, just FYI. If just one of you goes, and you and the township and the Lions Club go, and you don't have a majority of any of those boards there, then it's not a public meeting.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, so we're okay to meet individually.
Sure.
To discuss that.
Yeah.
Yeah, two town board members or two people from any elected official can only discuss things in a public meeting. I mean, Bill and I aren't even really supposed to talk to each other when the meeting's over and we go out the door. We're not legally, we can't discuss any business or make any decisions. I can say, "Hi, Bill," and that's it. That all came about because of the Robert Montgomery Knight firing at Indiana University, and we have a serial meeting law now, the Bob Knight law. They did it all behind the scenes over telephone.
Tim, I just wanted to bring up, like, when we came to the last board meeting and presented this opportunity, and we needed to take it back to the Lions Club to see if they were in agreement of going ahead. So, and I wrote an article, and we have a picture, and that's going to be coming out tomorrow probably. My understanding from our meeting here was that there would also be a room for fire department, and that the town hall would actually be at that.
Well, we've had discussions on that, and I think Valerie wants to stay here, and I mean, that's her decision. She's a separate elected official from us.
There's not a room big enough for a meeting like this at the other building, is there?
No.
Not front.
I guess we haven't been up there to see it.
Not this big a room.
It's not this big.
Patient doctor's office,
You know.
last time I've been there.
Yeah. And the fire department has their own building, and in my opinion, they can stay in their own building. If they wanted to use that front space for a meeting or something, I'm okay with that, but I don't think they need offices. They have desks and stuff in the fire station, and I just don't think that's something that we want to get into. Once this old building is down, you know, I know right now they have 4 fire trucks in 3 bays. There would be some room to add on to the fire station, but that's a discussion for a different day because that's going to be very expensive. You know, you think, you know, put an addition on there, that's fine, but that current fire station was built pre-zoning, so the rest of that building is going to have to be brought up to speed on current zoning. So it's going to be more expensive than just adding on to it, adding a bay. All the interior stuff in there is going to have to be updated. So that's,
Since this meeting is being recorded, I'd like to state that for myself, the way I understood this, and when we voted for it as a Lions Club to do this, if it ended up this way, we were picking and choosing who goes there and where, I would not have voted for it. That's officially my voice.
okay.
I guess my question or thought is, now, so who's gonna be the big dog here, the boss dog? Who, Adam, since he's kind of paying the bills? I mean, because the Lions Club wants to kind of dwindle out, away, or, you know.
All right, I
not
understand
really have
that.
much, say, do much, and so it's between the town and the township, but so if he's flipping most of the bills, he's the big dog that would say, well, like say,
Yeah,
the fire
you're
department come
right.
in, or did not come in, or whatever that is.
Here's my opinion on the fire station, okay? They get money from the township, they get money from the town, and it's always, I want. They haven't had a fundraiser in decades. You know, I think they need to, in my opinion, they need to step up and raise some of their own funds. And that's my opinion. I'm just tired of them wanting, we need a new fire truck, we need a new fire truck, all the time.
Well, they are funded by the township and the town, by tax money.
Yeah, and the fire station is owned by the town. The town built that and owns the fire station. Just my opinion could be changed,
Yeah.
but tonight, that's my opinion.
Well, I know that many of us were excited, delighted with the thought that the town clerk would actually be up on Main Street, much more accessible maybe, kind of to the public and not secluded out here. This could still be used for a meeting, but, you know, that's a perfect place to be open all the hours that she is, you know, that people need to stop by, and the marshal's there, whatever. It was something that we thought was.
Well, you know, we considered that, and she considered it, and she was in.
I can look at it, I have no
Yeah.
idea what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, she has not been there.
But I need to be in this building, and look from the alarms being off to people being in here with it it's supposed to be, and we had,
You know, she also takes care of booking this building and cleaning this building, and
Well, we had talked about too, Valerie, to take some of those records and things that are up at the other building and put them in there. Is that something you want to do, or?
yes, if we can. We have, like, I would say at least 5 boxes above where the tables and chairs are. People,
Back here.
yes, we had a baby shower rental, and they were up in there getting stuff up above the loft area, and it's like, okay, we have records up there.
that should be off limits to the public.
Didn't even think they would be up there, but I came in after, I think came after Caston, and they had the office
I
door
mean,
blocked.
that's just a ladder to go up there. That's,
Right, it's
you
kinda-
don't,
That's not safe.
no.
I'm not disagreeing what you say about the fire department, but how much are the volunteers getting paid per run? Per run,
I don't.
Not a lot.
yeah.
We're
so-
paying $10 a run, whether it's
$10.
medical or fire, then they get, from the town, they get
We are
$100.
working, I've been working with Mrs. Day for what they do so that we can make it better. I mean,
Right.
so,
So I'm just saying, you're only getting $10 per run, and it may be 2 hours, 4 hours on a run.
Yeah, the town pays and the township
Yes.
also, they pay also.
So I'm saying, them going out on that run we should be very thankful that people even go for $10 a run.
Yeah, it's been like that for years ago. My
Yeah.
ex-husband was on the fire department.
Yeah,
so we are working to try to come up to speed with what the other area people are doing. But we aren't currently, that is correct.
It hasn't changed since I was on the fire department, and maybe it has.
Well, and
You know, you had to go do a lot of schooling and stuff, so there's a lot of stuff they do free gratis, you know, that I'm not taking either side, but I
And there's-
know that when I was on there was a lot more than just going out to fires. We had to go get training for.
well, and then there's not a lot of communication from the fire department to us. Just complaining.
I know that Mrs. Diggs said that they have a tiered system based on training and things like that, so that's what we're gonna try to implement moving forward.
Well, once we have a discussion of township and the town, Andy, we'll try to get something back to you, see how we can work this agreement out.
Could we pick a date for that now?
Yeah. I gotta be in the evening.
Hmm?
It's gotta be in the evening.
I understand.
When is good for you, Mr. Frank?
You want to meet sometime next week, or?
Sure.
Is Monday evening good?
Yeah, that'll work. What time can we do that?
Andy, I've got an appointment with you on Tuesday, the 28th. So if we need our money, maybe I can verbally tell you what transpired then.
Okay.
Is that good for you, Tim?
I'm looking.
Monday, the 27th of October.
As far as I know.
Good to see you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Because I haven't been in there since I was 12.
So how many people are going to be at this meeting?
You and I, and Adam,
Well, let's have it.
he wants to see the building. Is that okay to meet up there?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Let's have it at the, whatever
The
the
Lions
it's called
Building,
now.
yeah.
And I will say that the work that you guys have done there, cutting the tree back and trimming the bushes and all that stuff, it looks so much better.
I would like to talk about getting a new sign put up there and stuff too, Phil. If you have
Yeah,
some ideas
do
about
that.
what you wanna
We'd
do
love
out
that,
there.
Adam.
What's that?
I said we'd love that, but we need to know what's going to go on there.
Right.
We have to,
If you can
come
get
to an
some ideas,
agreement.
I'm not very picky.
Yeah, and I have a guy that's been working on some things for the signage for the churches and the Lions
Okay.
Club to go on the post out of the Fulton entrance signs.
Okay.
Signs.
Who's that? We can
Uh,
talk about that.
What time?
Signs.
6 p.m. Right? Did you say 6 p.m., Phil?
What, you got 6 p.m. good?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
As far as I know. Most of the time I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, so
you were talking
waiting to be
about
told.
communication issues between the fire and township, because you were like new on the advisory board before you took this over, but I've been on it for a long time. And I can probably only remember once or twice that someone from the fire department came to a meeting. So maybe to expand that possibility of having a better give and take, maybe once a year, the entities meet with fire.
I
department.
went to one of their meetings. I mean, I'm trying to.
Good.
How many people do we have on this work?
19, I
Yeah, it's a
think.
pretty big list.
And I don't even know most of the people that are on there.
Yeah. The meeting I went to didn't have that many people at it.
And I don't think we have any first
Yeah.
responders, which takes quite a bit of training.
That's the only one I've done.
Oh, there's a pause also. As Lions Club, we want to thank you for letting us use this facility for no charge. for
It
the
is the community building, so,
Right.
yeah. That's why it was put here. So, you're welcome.
Anything else, Dave, Linda, Wendell? Okay, we'll try to put things together, be back with Andy then by next Tuesday. Back to you, Tim.
Okay. I have a college friend who's a CPA, and I'll call him like tomorrow,
Okay.
and he'll be more familiar with.
Okay, good deal.
And then, he'll get back to me some of my friends from back in the day were having a get-together Saturday, so I'll have an answer for you by then.
Okay.
Okay, utilities, what do you guys got for us?
A lot. I got the radar speed sign put up south of town there. It's working as far as I know. About a week and a half ago, I had to call the county sheriff. We had campers over here under a pavilion. And, yeah, they had clothes strung all over the place, everything. I was kind of do a drive around early in the morning, I see them, underneath the pavilion, so I wait a little bit longer, and I'm like, they've been there too long, so I called a welfare check-in, they checked, and they were fine, and told them more or less what time they had to get out of there, kind of close.
Have they been back?
No,
Okay.
no, I haven't seen them.
What about that RV that's parked up there next to the, across from the waste.
Yeah.
treatment.
Marshall's working on it.
Oh, okay.
There's somebody living in it.
Yeah, there's people in
He's
there.
working on it.
Is that the grub park or the old grub parking lot?
Yeah,
Oh, that's been there for a
No.
long time.
It's on the railroad.
well, it's on railroad.
Railroad property.
That area, that area.
Railway
Well-
property that's by the grub.
Yeah, I thought it was for sale.
Well, it has been forever, and it's sat there forever, and, you know,
Okay.
we've attempted to call, you know, what is it, CX, whatever the railroad is, numerous attempts, and they don't really care.
So can it be hauled away?
It would be trespassing.
Area.
It has to be.
He's checking the license and stuff on it too, so.
So that be Matt, is that who you're referring to? The new Matt Marshall?
I'll be flying rodents.
Anything else, Brian?
No, it's been
Are we,
fairly quiet, I
are
think.
you ready to snow plow in good shape for when it snows next week?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I thought I'd put it.
Okay. You don't need a new edge on the bottom or anything like
It's in
that?
good shape.
Did you even use it last year?
Twice.
Yeah.
That's it.
I thought about putting it on, driving around with it, make everybody look at their phones. You know?
Yeah. Okay. You're running that on the dump truck now, right? You got enough
Yes.
ballast weight with?
Yeah, I
Okay.
load the truck up with gravel.
Okay, and you've got gravel, we have gravel, you don't have to go get any?
Correct.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Tom, you got anything for us?
No, everything's good.
Okay, good. Thanks for all your support and help over the years.
You're welcome.
You got anything? We can wait on that.
There's monthly report for the Fulton County loan.
Okay, yeah, we have
Sent that into Rochester.
yeah, we have some, the county gave us something they called a forgivable loan. If I remember right, it had to do with COVID. And a bunch of money came from the federal government to the state. The state split it up in the counties, and then the counties divided it up. And we started out with, I don't remember how much, but we still have $17,000.54 in that account. And now that's probably just about going to cover the removal of the old town hall building and filling it in and grading it and all that stuff, so. That's spoken for.
Let's see. They're from last month, but I revised them. I had it, one of them for the Beacon Credit Union had the payroll corrections for the State Board of Corrections.
Okay.
So I retyped it if we can.
All right, so we have
revise
a
it.
couple ordinances here where, I don't know if they were key punching errors, is that what they were?
No, the first one, Beacon Credit Union, I put that, I added.
Oh, you transferred some funds?
No, that's, that's off from the fund report to the bank statement. The bank statement
Okay.
since 2019.
All right, so we're reconciling the fund report to match bank statement after outstanding deposits and outstanding withdrawals. General fund, Beacon Credit Union, subtracting $14,491.38. Okay. So this is ordinance 9-16-2025-1 revised, and we passed this last month, so need a motion to okay this.
Make a motion.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor? And then ordinance number 9-16-2025-2, again revised to reconcile fund report to match bank statement after outstanding deposits and outstanding withdrawals of sewer fund, First Federal Savings Bank, adding $6,658.23. I'll second. All in favor?
Really, the only way it's kind of the errors, it's like transfer, one's from the accounts payable to the receipts. It wasn't balanced when you moved the money from different accounts. This is, really, that's the only way we can pay for the radar speed signs or rainy day money. We
Okay.
didn't use it.
And ordinance, 10-21-25-3, to use rainy day fund to pay for the radar speed sign from Elan City, $4,000. We already approved that, but,
Yes, but
okay,
it's
so we
for
need
the
a
account.
motion to approve
Pay
this.
it.
Okay. I'll second. All in favor? Okay, anything else from anyone else?
Is Heather the lady that takes care of like,
Who?
zoning?
Yeah, she's, what's it called officially, Andy? The agency that Heather works for.
Planning.
Heather is the executive director of the Fulton County Planning Commission.
There you go. Planning and zoning, equals.
Her main job is enforcement of the zoning ordinances.
So I'm assuming she would be like the first step to like issues that have been happening in Fulton. Is that right? Was she the first step? I don't
Kind of
know.
depends on the issue. Sometimes it's the marshal, and if it's a building code violation, that looks like bricks are crumbling, that is probably best brought to her office, yes.
Anything else?
So I mean, has there been follow up with her since like the past
She will
few
get
months?
back to us.
Okay.
Is there a HUD person that's assigned to every county?
HUD,
Yeah, like, you know,
Housing and Urban Development, that HUD,
yeah, like,
I
I don't know,
no
they have to
idea.
go through here for like
Prob-
inspections and
It's
stuff?
a federal office, so
Yeah.
they
I
can,
didn't
they can
know.
decide if they want to assign someone to cover 9 counties
Okay.
or 3 persons per county. And that's
I didn't know
not a
somebody
And-
had
and
to
if you're-
report into here or not.
Oh, no, they wouldn't.
And I-
No federal agency is required to coordinate.
Okay.
And I don't know if there,
Do inspections, what do they want to see?
if there's, I have no idea if HUD is involved in anything in this town.
Okay. Because I see like, you know, some of the roofing that's been redone on HUD houses. I don't know how it got inspected when there's like exposed wood and it kind of looks like for housing
Again,
fires off the street.
Don't assume those are HUD houses.
Right. Oh, I know which ones are like on land contract and stuff, but
Okay.
yeah. I was just curious.
So all permitting goes through the county.
Mhm.
So if you're doing any building, you gotta get a building permit from
Heather's
From
office.
Heather's
Mhm.
office, and then they would be the ones that would inspect the work, no matter what kind of building it is.
Okay.
Like this building, for instance. There was an architect involved here, came up with the plans, and then, building permits through Heather. It wasn't Heather, it was Casey. Is that right?
Casey was before.
Yeah. I always got confused if it's Casey or Cassie because the way it's spelled is Casey Coles. And so there were inspections and, I had a little heartburn a couple times with that, and I wasn't really directly involved. Linda was more. Blueprint stamped, approved, and then they come in here and say, oh, you gotta change this and you gotta change that. And, well, did you look at the blueprints or not? But anyway, after, it's frustrating and, but it all got said and done, but, yeah. And the planning office is, there's way more stuff there than what you think. Like, just for example, in your home, you got in your kitchen, you decide, oh, I need another outlet over here. You need to get a permit to put in another electrical outlet in your house, and you have to have that inspected. So.
So when you call, there might be that they never got a permit. That would probably be the case on some of those shoddy construction things. And that would start a whole nother ball.
Yeah, I was very curious, because I thought, well, maybe they're not done yet. Well, it's been over a month. I did a little roofing once in my senior year, so I'm no professional, but I knew what was wrong, so.
I watched it in progress and just,
Yeah.
they put the top on and then put the
Well,
bottom
it's
on.
wavy too, right? So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also off the street. But
Okay. Anything else? Okay. We need, we need a motion to approve Valerie to pay the payables. I'll second it. Favor? And we need to acknowledge the financial statements. We cannot approve the financial statements because we are not the State Board of Accounts. They're the only agency that can do that. I'll make a motion that we acknowledge the monthly financial statements. All in favor? Anybody going to the open house at Caston to see?
wasn't that last night?
No, it's tonight, 5:30 to 5:30 to 7:30. I think I'm gonna head out there, so. Well, they're having parent-teacher conferences tonight, and then they're also allowing people to go look at whatever's been done, which
See what that ball did for us. Got self-cleaning carpet down there, Valerie?
Pardon me?
Did they put in self-cleaning carpet?
you'll make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second, all in favor. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
That's all, man.